live in 2020, by any means necessary. We are very pleased, very happy that Kate Tustin has agreed to do another instant Shakespeare, this time bringing us Much Ado About Nothing. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Kate.
So we're getting news from our chat that people can't see stuff in YouTube yet.
There's a delay.
I promise. There's a delay.
Okay, so ignore it when you get to that part. YouTube people ignore it. Great.
Live theater.
Live theater on Zoom is what we all wanted to be doing with our time. So great. Welcome everyone to our second installment of Instant Shakespeare. For those of you who were not with us last time, basically what happened is I cut down the script for Merry Wives of Windsor and I tricked people into doing the show with me, and it was a lot of fun. Part of the fun was the organic blocking that we came up with. So we're all running around Unity. Obviously we can't be doing that here. So tonight things are going to be a little different. As you see on the screen with me are 7 very talented actors. They've agreed to do the show without knowing who they're going to be cast as. And then I'm going to be giving them some more challenges to make it a little more interesting since we're stuck in Zoom world. So I'm going to stop them from here and there and just give them a challenge or have them change the way they said their lines. And it's going to be great. Everyone's fine. So, I think with that, here's how this is going to go down. We're going to cast it right now. As I said, the cast knows the show they're doing and they got the edited version of the script, but they don't know who they're playing yet. I don't know who they're playing yet. My lovely assistant, my husband, is going to help me cast the show right now. So I've given you each a number. So I'm going to run through that number and introduce you guys real quick. And then I will we'll pick cards for who your character is going to be. So number 1 is Ben. Everyone say hi to Ben. Yay.
Everybody.
Number 2 is Seth. Number 3 is Megan. Number 4 is Shannon. Number 5 is Adam. Number 6 is Elizabeth. And rounding out the cast, number 7 is Mike. So I have cards 1 through 7 here. I'm gonna mix them up, and then I'm gonna have my husband pick. So this is for we're gonna cast Leonardo right now. Here we go. Number 6. Who's that? Elizabeth. You will be playing Leonardo.
Great.
Please remember this and maybe change the name on your screen because I will forget immediately. Okay. The next person is going to get to play 2 people. They're going to be playing Hero and Dogberry.
Oh, what a name.
Power couple.
Derek looking very seriously, picking cards.
Number 5, Adam.
Oh, nice.
And Hero. Oh.
I was gambling on
Dogberry.
Heroes. That's
now we're gonna cast Beatrice, our leading lady.
Pick one.
Come on. Mike.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
And now
Wonderful
playing Mike's love interest, Benedict, is number 1, which is Ben.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Up next is the villain, Don John. Which is number 4, Shannon.
Ooh.
Keanu. It's fine.
Keanu.
Yeah, channel Keanu. You'll be
Channing.
great.
And up next is Don Pedro. Number 3, Megan.
Awesome.
Which leaves Seth. You will be playing Claudio and Vergis.
All right.
Okay. How are we feeling? Is everyone good with that? Take a second to change your Zoom name.
Right. Duncan
Silence your
does not
phones,
like
your
it.
dogs, you know.
Silence your dogs. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Dog.
I will be reading the stage directions and keep an eye out because I will be stopping the actors. So as long as everyone's ready, we are going to get going. Thumbs up, yeah? Everyone good? Megan, just a note, you are on mute. Oh, no.
Yep,
Okay.
we're good.
Everything's
Matthew,
fine.
good, 'cause you're also on mute.
Dog reasons.
Okay, I'm going to start. Oh, one more thing before
A
we
plus
get there.
then.
This is a comedic show. And most of us are used to doing comedic shows in front of a live audience. It's very difficult to do a comedic show with no laughter. So we've decided to be there for each other. We're all going to be laughing along. We're going to keep this very light and simple. So if you see us breaking or laughing, it's on purpose. And we hope you guys enjoy the show as much as we're about to. So without further ado, much ado about nothing. Scene 1 before Leonardo's house. Enter Leonardo, Hero, and Beatrice.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina. I find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
I pray you, is Signor Montenato to return from the wars or no?
What is he that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. So that if he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse. For it is all the wealth that he hath left, to be known a reasonable creature. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
O Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere it be cured.
Don Pedro is approached.
Enter Don Pedro, Don John, Claudio, and Benedict.
Good, Senor Leonato. You are come to meet your trouble. Fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
What, my dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Oh, then is courtesy a turncoat? But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood. I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind. So some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as were yours.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep your way. In God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Well, that is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at least a month, and he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn.
To Don John.
Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please, your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonardo. We will go together.
Exit all except Benedict and Claudio.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonardo?
I noted her, but I looked not on her.
Mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that I have ever looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury. It exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Is't come to this? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Look, Don Pedro is returned to seek you.
Re-enter Don Pedro.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonardo's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
He is in love.
Oh boy.
With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonardo's short daughter.
If this were so, so were it uttered.
Well, amen. If you love her, the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my 2 faiths and troths, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
Hang on,
That's
Seth.
the
Change the way you said that line.
Change it?
Yeah, change it. Do it a different way.
The last one, right?
Yeah.
That I love her, I feel.
Change it again.
Oh,
One more time.
Feel.
No, the whole thing. Completely different.
He's still going with the first one.
Feel.
It's a lot of feelings. It's a lot of feelings.
So
Let
many
him go.
feelings.
Let him go. He's rolling.
It's all the feels. He really loves her.
I love her. I met her like 2 seconds, but I love her.
Good enough. Keep going.
Dude, you're just really horny. It's fine.
Look at me.
He's been at war.
I mean, look at her.
Yeah.
Look at Hero.
She's short.
Look at that hair. All of it. I mean the facial hair.
It's COVID, man. Haircuts aren't a thing yet.
Are we doing a thing?
Oh, keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing is
Pedro,
real.
'tis your cue.
Oh, is it my turn? No. No, it's Pedro.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved nor know how she should be worthy is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Oh, thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
Never could maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her my most humble thanks. But that I will have a retreat winded in my forehead, or hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me, because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die, pale with love.
Nay, mock not, mock not. The body of your discourse is sometimes guarded with fragments, and the guards are but slightly basted on neither. Ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience, and so I leave you.
Exit.
Yeah.
My liege, your highness now may do me good.
Thou will be like a lover presently, entire the hearer with a book of words. Thou dost love fair hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. What's not to this end that thou beganest to twist us in a fine story?
Exit. Scene 2. A room in Leonardo's house.
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humor.
Whoa.
I have of late stood out against my brother, and he hath taken me newly into his grace. I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog. Therefore, I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. I have been given intelligence of an intended marriage, the most exquisite Claudio to Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonardo, that guy. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I bless myself every way.
Exit.
I'm the villain, in case you couldn't tell, he's the bad guy. Okay.
Keanu.
Scene 1. A hall in Leonardo's house. Enter Leonardo, Hero, Beatrice.
Was not Count John here at supper?
How tardily that gentleman looks. I
Excuse me.
never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Then half Signor Benedick's tongue and Count John's mouth,
Giggity.
and half Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedick's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
Exit. Enter Don Pedro and Benedict.
The Lady Beatrice has a quarrel with you. The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man at the mark, with a whole army shooting at me. I would not marry her, though she were endowed with all that Adam bade left him before he transgressed. Yes,
You should be
Adam
so
Peel.
lucky.
We'll see. Come, talk not of her.
Oh, look, here she comes.
Oh,
Enter Claudio, Beatrice, Hero, and Leonardo.
will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand. Now, to the antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair off the great Cham's beard, do you any embassage to the Pygmies rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy.
Rude.
You have no employment for me.
None but to desire your good company.
God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Exit.
Oh, come, lady, come. You've lost the heart of Signor Benedick. You've put him down, lady. You have put him down.
Stop right there, guys. We're up to our first acting challenge. Leonardo, you're up. So for the next 2 pages, you have to incorporate the following. You're trying to get to the scene, but you keep getting distracted because you see yourself on Zoom and are very attracted to yourself.
That's going to be really hard.
Oh, burn.
Continue.
So, I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Oh, here, Claudio. I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. You're welcome. I broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take me, my daughter, with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. Give away myself for you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord, I thank it, poor fool, it keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord, for alliance, thus goes every one to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry hi-ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
Cousins, God give you joy.
Oh, niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
Exit.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad, but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then. For I've heard my daughter say she hath often dreamed of unhappiness, waked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband?
No, by no means. She mocks all the wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedick.
Oh, Lord, my lord. If they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Now, County Claudio, what mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord, time goes on crutches till love have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence a just 7 night, and a time too brief, to have all things answer my mind.
You shake the head at so long a breathing, but I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you 3 will but minister such assistance, as I shall give you directions.
My lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopefullest husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He is of noble strain, of approved valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your 2 helps, will so practice on Benedict that in despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
Hubris.
Exit. Scene 2, the same. Enter Don John. He's going to speak directly to the audience and complete his challenge during this scene. And Shannon,
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Your challenge. There are bees all around you. So,
Oh my. Okay.
It's a soliloquy.
Oh.
I hate that, but also you get all of the points then.
Can you please just channel my very favorite Oprah gif? You know, the one where she's like opening up and she's like, "Peace!" and she gets really excited about it.
No, this is just my nightmare, so we're gonna work with that instead. Yeah,
Acting.
It's gonna be fine.
Carry on.
Acting. It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo. Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinal to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affections ranges evenly with mine. I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to hero. I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out to her lady's chamber window, and I will tell the prince that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you mightily hold up to contaminated stale, such one as hero. Oh my God. Tell him and Claudio that I know that hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial, and I will offer them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window, hear me call Margaret hero, and bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime, I will so fashion the matter that hero shall be absent. We're good. And there shall appear such seeming truth of hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparation overthrown.
Amazing.
Well
A
done.
wonderful performance from Don.
Acting. It's real.
Not to make this go on longer, but Shannon, I feel like maybe from now on you need to do all of your scenes, like not just for this show,
Yeah,
but
just
all-
forever.
all
Forever.
shows forever. Like you're surrounded by me. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Scene 3.
Whew, I'm tired.
Enter Benedict.
The prince. Oh God, the prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me in the arbor.
Withdraws. Enter Don Pedro, Claudio, and Leonardo.
See you where Benedict hath hid himself. Come here, Leonardo. What was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict.
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
I should think this a gull, but that the white-bearded fellow
I should
speaks it.
think this a gull. But that
Knavery
white-
cannot,
oh,
sure,
sorry,
hide
Benedict, just
himself
kidding.
in such reverence. I know I'm hiding, but it is my line.
If you can believe it, we did not rehearse this.
What?
Everything's fine.
Hey, he hath taken the affection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No! And swears she never will. And that's her torment.
'Tis true indeed. So your daughter says. Shall I, she says, that have so often countered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now when she's beginning to write to him. For she'll be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock till she have writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all, oh, she hath tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one that she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him if he writ to me. Yea, no, I love him, I should. It sounds just like Mike.
It's exactly what I sound like.
100%. I thought that was him.
Come on.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience.
It were good that Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
Hey,
Yeah, you would. You really would.
Benedict.
I mean, I don't know he's there.
And he should. It were an alms to hang him. She's an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything, but in loving Benedict.
Mm.
Burn.
Well, I'm sorry for your niece. Should we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Oh, never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Mm.
Well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool a while. Let us send to her to call him in to dinner.
Exit Don Pedro, Claudio, and Leonardo.
this can be no trick. The confidence was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. I seem to pity the lady. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth, I can bear them witness, and virtuous. 'Tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her.
Oh.
I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I've railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No, the world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Oh, here comes Beatrice. By this day, she is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Enter Beatrice.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come. Bow.
Oh, you take pleasure in the message then?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a dog withal. You have no stomach, Signor. Fare you well.
Exit.
Huh. Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that.
Yeah.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as much to say any pains that I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity on her, I am a villain. I will go get her picture.
Exit. Act 3. Scene 1, Leonardo's garden. Enter Hero and Margaret. But I cut all of Margaret's lines because she doesn't matter that much, so everyone just pretend Margaret's cool. Hero's not.
Margaret!
Is it because she's a slave?
No. Anyway, Hero's definitely talking to Margaret, not herself, and Leonardo's here too, and it's also the Hero challenge time. So Adam, for the next 2 pages, your acting challenge is that you are trying to stop yourself from turning into a werewolf.
Great.
Thank you for this gift.
Eat his upper lip, right?
Oh, man.
I'm so ready.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice proposing with the prince and Claudia. Whisper her ear, and tell her I and Leonardo walk the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheard us, and bids her steal into the pleached bower where honeysuckles, right raven by the sun, and listen our purpose.
Margaret exits.
Now, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and
Nice.
our talk must only be of Benedict, his in love with Beatrice. Of this matter, his little Cupid's crafty arrow made, and only one wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a logberry, runs close to the ground. To hear our comfort. No, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are coy and wild, and violent to the rock.
Wow.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince. And my new troth lord. He did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never let Beatrice know of it.
Well, why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full a fortune at bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misrepresenting what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matters else seem weak. She cannot love, and therefore Benedict, like covered fire, consumes away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with thought, which is as bad as with tickling. Come in, go in. I'll show thee some attires, and have thy counsel, which is the best to furnish me tomorrow.
Good puppy, she's limed, I warrant you. We have caught her.
If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some Cupid kills with arrows, and some with traps. Oh, a trap! A wolf trap! Ah!
Exit Hero.
a gem Adam is.
I
What a
mean-
goddamn gem.
Yeah, no, it's,
Oh, I can't breathe.
he's really actually gone. He just
Yep, no, peaced out. That's it
Hopefully
for
the
hero.
moon turns and we get him back at some point.
maybe the next full moon
But
is.
fire is in mine ears. Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
Exit. Scene 2. A room in Leonardo's house. Enter Claudio, Don Pedro, and Benedict, and Don John.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good den, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you,
In private?
if it please you. Yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would say concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
Stop, Megan. Change.
You know he does.
Change.
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Ooh,
I'm even in this scene.
hero?
Even she, Leonardo's hero? Is this supposed to be my line?
Yeah.
Okay. Even she, Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Loyal?
But tonight you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would be better fit, your honor, to change your mind.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame. I shame her. Shame. Shame.
It's kind of not cool, bro.
Damn right.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will disparage her no farther till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
How day untowardly turned.
Oh, mischief strangely thwarting.
O plague right well prevented. So will you say when you have seen the sequel.
Exit. Scene 3. A street.
Dun, dun, dun.
Enter Dogberry and Vergis. Nice.
Are you good men and true?
Yeah, or else it were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all Vagram men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if will not stand?
Why? Then take no note of him, but let him go, and presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
And if he were not to stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True. And they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets. For the watch to babble and to talk is the most intolerable and not to be endured.
We will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman. For I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not, then the better answer, you may say that they are not the men that you took them for.
Ah, well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him, by virtue of your office, to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why more is for your honesty.
And we know him to be a thief. Shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office, you may. But I think that touch pitch will be defiled. And the most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself for what he is and steal out of your company.
Ah, you have always called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my a man who hath any honesty in him. This is Dogberry from Brooklyn, England, or Boston?
All of the above.
Like a
This is the end of the
conglomerate.
charge. You, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, please take
Nay, by Our Lady, that I think I cannot.
5 shillings to one on. With any man that knows the statutes, he may stay him, marry, not without the prince be willing. For indeed, the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offense to stay a man against his will. Well,
By Our Lady, I think it be so.
well, masters, good night. And there be any matter of weight chances, call up me. Keep your fellow consuls and your own, and good night. Come, neighbor, one word more, honest neighbors. I pray you, watch about Signor Leonardo's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there's a great coil there tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant. I beseech you.
Exit Dogberry. Enter Don John. Verges hides in the bushes.
Peace, stir not.
Know that I have tonight wooed Margaret, who we all know, the Lady Hero's gentlewoman, by the name Hero. She leans me out her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince, Claudio, and my brother saw afar off in the orchard this amiable encountered, and thought they, Margaret, was Hero. Away went Claudio in rage, swore he would meet her as he was appointed next morning at the temple, and there before the whole congregation shame her with what he saw overnight, and send her home again without a husband.
Verges jumped out of the bushes.
I charge you, in the prince's name stand. Call up the right master constable. I have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that have ever was known to the Commonwealth.
Verges exits with Don John. Maybe he puts him in handcuffs. I don't know. I edited the shit out of the scene. They leave. Scene 4. Another room in Leonardo's house. Enter Leonardo with Dogberry and Verges.
Good thing I have so many rooms. What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see, it is like a busy time with me.
Marry, sir, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Goodman Burgess, sir, speaks little of the matter. An old man, sir, and his wits not so blunt as, God help, I would desire they were, but in faith, honest as the skin between his brows.
Oh, yes, I thank God I am as honest as any man living. That is an old man and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Palabras, neighbor Burgess.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
Change.
Neighbors, you're tedious.
Change.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It doesn't hurt any less.
Please, but we are the poor Duke's officers. For truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all on your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, huh?
Yeah. and 'twere 1,000 pound more than 'tis for I hear as good exclamation on your worship as any man in the city, and though I be but a poor man, I'm glad to hear.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, hath taken a couple as errant knaves as any in Messina.
A good man, sir. He will be talking, as they say, when the age is in and the wit is out. God help us. It is a world to see. Well, in faith, neighbor Verges, well, God's a good man. And 2 men ride of a horse. One must ride behind. An honest soul, in faith, sir, my troth he is as ever broke bread, but God is to be worshipped. All men are not alike, alas. Oh, good neighbor.
Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short of you.
Gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended an auspicious person, and we would have him this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffragance.
Drink some wine ere you go, and fare you well.
Exit Leonardo.
Go, good partner. Go get you to Francis Seacole. Bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination this man.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit. I warn you. Here's that shall drive some of them to a non-come. Only get the learned rider to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail.
Exit. Act 4. Scene 1, a church. Enter Don Pedro, Leonardo, Claudio, Benedict, Hero, and Beatrice.
I just have to say, as an old guy, I get around. I'm in all of the rooms. Now I'm in the church.
Hustling.
Run,
You're doing great.
here. Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it. What brings us together?
No.
We don't need no stinking marriage.
Hero? Huh?
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 None, my lord.
Huh?
Do know you any, Count? I dare make his answer none.
Stop.
Oh, what men dare do.
Stop, Claudio. Time for your challenge. So your challenge for the next 2 pages is you're a guy doing a really awful impression of a woman's voice. Please.
I don't do anything awful. So.
Then act.
Remains to be seen.
Oh, what men dare do?
Wait, she said woman,
Wait.
Muppet?
Not Kermit.
Scooby-Doo.
She said really bad impression
Really
of
bad.
a woman.
Woman, not
Excellent Muppet.
a really good Muppet. That was a all right.
Perfect.
Aw.
Perfect animal.
What men may do, what men daily do, not knowing what they do.
How now? Interjections? Why then, some be as laughing. Ha ha. Ho ho. Hee hee.
Will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you'll learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo, take her back again. Give not this rotten wench to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth. Can cunning sin cover itself with all?
This is freaking Duncan out. Just,
Can cunning sin cover itself withal? Cover not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear? that you see her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows, but she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltliness, not modesty.
I can't believe I'm just taking this.
What do you mean, my lord?
Excuse me. Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an improved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you in your own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth and have made defeat of her virginity.
I know what you would say. If I have known her, you will say that she did embrace me as a husband, and so extenuate the forehand sin. No, Leonardo, I never tempted her with word too large, but as brother to his sister, showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Out on thee, seeming, I will write against it. You seem to me as Dian to her orb, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown, but you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus, or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
You are coming for me so hard right now.
Seriously?
You not speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you? Hello, can you stand up for her?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored. I'm making this all about me, that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Thanks, Donnie.
Are these things spoken, or am I tripping? Or do I but dream?
Ooh. Oh, God.
This looks not like a nuptial.
No, it looks like a slut shaming, and it's not okay.
Looks like a dumpster fire is what it looks
Or
like.
not. True.
Both.
Oh, God.
Leonardo, stand I here.
I guess.
Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our own eyes our own?
Magnets, how do they work? All this is so, but what of this, my lord?
Let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly potter that you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee, do so as thou art my child.
Oh, God, defend me. How am I beset? What kind of catechism do you call this?
Good question.
That's a
To
great
make
question.
your answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Mary, that can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. Though man was he talked with you yesternight, out at the window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this. Boom.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Adam change.
Psh, lies.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Change.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why, then you are no maiden. Leonardo, I am sorry that you must hear. Upon my honor, myself and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed, most like a liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
No flicks.
Oh, hero, what a hero hast thou been, if half thy outward graces have been placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. Ha! But fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure impiety and impious purity. For thee I lock up with all the gates of love, and on my eyelids shall conjecture hang, and to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm, and never shall it more be gracious.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me? Just kill me rather than hear my daughter slandered.
Hero swoops.
Why? How now, cousin? Wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go.
Yeah.
These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
Exit Don Pedro and Claudio.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle. Hero! Why, hero? Uncle, Signor Benedict!
Oh, fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
I forgot about that part.
Yikes.
You know.
Ah!
How now, cousin hero?
Could she deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero. Do not ope thine eyes. For did I think thou wouldst not quickly die, for thy spirits were stronger than thy shames. Myself would on the rear word of reproaches strike at thy life. Grieved I had but one chide, which I assume means child. I, for that at frugal nature's frame, owe one too much by thee. Why had I one? Why ever wast thou lovely in my eyes?
Sir, be patient.
No,
Maybe
she's
ask your damn daughter a question
No.
instead of just assuming
You got like one person's word.
and not hers.
But right.
But it's a man.
Look, for my part, I'm so attired in wonder I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night, I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Oh, that
Really?
stronger maid. Yeah, which was before barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so that speaking with her foulness washed it with tears? Hence from her, let her die.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Wow, this has escalated so quickly.
you are canceled.
They know that to accuse me. I know none. If I know more of any man alive than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my father, prove you that any man with me converse.
Uh-oh.
Perfect. Actually, just leave it, let it hang right there.
So upset.
Yep.
He's dead.
Torture me to death.
The practice of this lies in Keanu the bastard,
Yep.
whose spirits toil in frames of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. If they wrong her honor, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
Pause a while and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the prince is left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in and publish it that she is dead indeed.
I'll tweet it.
Maintain, perfect.
That never goes wrong.
Maintain a mourning ostentation. I studied at the Friar Lawrence School of Feigned Death. It's fine. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument, hang mourning epitaphs and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? Well, what'll this do?
Mary, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good. And though you know my inwardness and love is very much unto the prince and Claudio, and yet by mine honor I will deal in this as secretly and justly as your soul should with your body.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
It's all but Benedict and Beatrice, and it's the Benedict challenge. So Ben, for the next 2 pages, you're suffering from a major brain freeze. So
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Lady Beatrice, have you...
It's a Zoom freeze.
Have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
Oh, wow, that's cold. I would not desire that. Oh.
You have no reason I do it freely.
surely, oh man, surely I do believe your fair cousin. Whew. Okay, too much ice cream. Sorry. Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How can you eat mint chocolate chip at a time like this?
I served
only
in the
flavor
war.
that's
I can
allowed.
eat anytime you want.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such ice cream?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a spoon do it?
It is a spoon's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you. It's not that strange.
As strange as the thing I know not. It were possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my bowl, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
Mike, change.
Do not swear and eat it.
Change.
Do not swear and eat it!
Swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your bowl?
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest I love thee.
Why then God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice.
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
Then do it with all thy heart and raspberries.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Not that kind of raspberry.
So cute. Oh.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Stop. Mike, it's your turn for your challenge. You are having an allergic reaction, but you're trying to get through the scene anyway.
Stage health.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world. Do you need a napkin?
You kill me to deny it.
Terry, sweet Beatrice, I have a Kleenex in my back pocket.
I am gone. Though I am here. There is there is no love in you. Nay, I pray you, let me go. I have
Beatrice.
some allergy meds in my purse.
Beatrice,
In faith, I will go to the bathroom.
we'll be friends first.
Well, if you insist. You dare easier to be friends with me than fight with mine
Bless you.
enemy.
Is Claudio thy allergy?
I'm very allergic to Claudio.
Understandable.
Rightly so.
Is he not approved in a height a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. Oh, what bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rank. Oh God! Oh, that I were a man! Oh, eat his heart in the marketplace.
Those hives look really bad. Hear me, Beatrice. I'm really sorry.
Does anyone have any calamine? Talk with a man out at a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wrong. She's
Bless you.
slandered. She is undone.
Bless you.
Thank you. Princes and counties. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. Oh, that I had any friend. Oh, would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into compliment. And men are only turned into tongue, and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Terry, good Beatrice, by this handkerchief I love thee.
use it for my love some other way than swearing by it like my nose.
Shall I sneeze into it? Think you in your soul that the Count Claudio hath wronged hero?
Yea, as sure as I have thought or soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand and wipe your nose. And so I leave it. By this handkerchief, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
Exit. Scene 2, a prison. Enter Dogberry, Burgess, and Don John.
Has our whole assembly appeared?
Oh boy.
We have the exhibition to examine.
Yea, marry. Then let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Don John.
Pray, write down. Don John. Do you serve God?
Yea, sir, I hope.
Write down that he hopes he serves God. And write God first. For God defend, but God should go before such villains. Master, it is proved already that you are little better than false names. And it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourself?
Marry, sir, I say I am none.
A marvelous, witty fellow, I assure you. But we'll go about with him. Write down Prince John, a villain. Why, this is flat perjury to call a prince's brother villain. What heard you him say us?
Mary, that he planned a plot for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary, as ever was committed.
Yeah, by mass that it is.
All right, what else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his words to disgrace hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Villain! Thou will be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
Let him be in the hands of a...
Off, coxcomb.
And change.
Whoa.
Off, coxcomb.
Change.
Off, coxcomb.
God's my life. Where's the sexton? Let him write down that a prince's officer, coxcomb, come bind them, thou naughty varlet.
Away. You are an ass. You are an ass.
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. Now, thou villain, thou art full of piety, as thou shalt be proved upon thee by a good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, a pretty piece of flesh, as any in Messina. And one that knows the law, go to, and a rich fellow enough, go to, and a fellow that hath had losses, and one that hath had 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him. Bring him away. Oh, that I had ever been ripped down an ass.
Exit. Wow. Act 5.
Okay.
Scene 1, before Leonardo's house, which I think means in front. Enter Leonardo, Don Pedro, and Claudio.
Good done, good done.
Good day to both of you.
Stop. Finally, the Don Pedro challenge. Megan, you are yelling your order through a drive-through window.
Hear you.
Okay.
My lords.
We have some haste. Leonardo. No.
Some haste, my lord, and fries with that. Fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty pudding now? Well, all is one.
No, I want the number 3. Do not quarrel with us, good man.
If I could right myself with some quarreling and a side of fries, and that's 2 burgers, some of us would lie low.
Do you want that supersized? And who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler, nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand, if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
Can you add some extra napkins, please? You say not right. Again, I ordered number 3, no extra fries, old man.
Please pull around. My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare. Despite his nice fence and his active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Away, I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killst me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
Well, it's not bad. Okay. We will not wake your patience. You tried salad. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord. I
will not hear you.
No.
Can I come to the next window?
No. Come away. I will be heard.
Exit Leonardo.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Enter Benedict.
Not muted. Sorry, guys. Now, Signor, what news?
You're muted, my lord.
Welcome, Signor. You are almost come to part, almost a fray.
We would like to have had our 2 noses snapped off with 2 old men without teeth.
Leonardo, what thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for him.
False quarrel. There is no true valor. In troth, I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is here, in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side? By this light he changes more and more. I think he be angry instead.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, spoon or sword, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. And for my lord Lackbeard over there, he and I shall meet. And until then, peace be with him.
Exit.
If Don John is gone, where are we going to get our exposition from?
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest. And I'll warrant you, for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing a man is when he goes in his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
He is then a giant to an ape, but then is an ape a doctor to such a man.
But stop you. Let me be. Fuck up my heart and be sad. Did not he say my brother was fled?
Enter Dogberry and Vergis.
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, I have news of the offenses of your brother.
Officers, What offense has my brother done?
Mary, sir, he has committed false report. Moreover, he has spoken untruths. Secondarily, he is slander. Sixth, and lastly, he has belied a lady. Thirdly, he has verified unjust things. And to conclude, he is a lying knave.
My face right now.
Don John, that's me. Your brother confessed to me to slander the lady hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw him court Margaret in Hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you should marry her. The lady is dead upon Don John's false accusation.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison while he uttered it.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled is he upon this villainy.
Oh, sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I loved it first.
By this time,
seconds you saw
our
her.
sexton hath reformed Signor Leonato of the matter, and masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass!
No problems there.
Okay.
Got it. Check.
Here comes Master Signor Leonato.
Re-enter Leonardo.
I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Recorded with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I'm not, but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I, and yet to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he enjoined me to.
Really, even in apologizing to me, you call me old? That's fine. I cannot bid you, my daughter, live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, possess the people in Messina here how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right that you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
So for murdering your daughter, I have to marry your niece and sing a poem?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Oh, noble sir, your over kindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Not bad for slander murder. Not bad. Tomorrow, then, I will expect your coming. Tonight, I take my leave.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me an ass. I beseech you, just let it be remembered in his punishment.
Thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains. I'll Venmo you like a dog.
God save the foundation.
Go, I thank thee.
God, keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you my leave to depart. And if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Exit Dogberry and Burgess.
What an ass.
Goodbye.
Until tomorrow morning, lords, farewell.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
Yeah, right.
Exit. Scene 2, Leonardo's garden. Enter Benedict and Beatrice.
Lots of brooms and a garden.
Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Oh,
It would take a little
no.
bit more than calling, Benedict. Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken, fare you well now, and yet
Aw.
ere I go, let go with what I came, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul breath, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed, unless you have some Tic Tacs.
I've got some mouthwash. I can grab.
Mint chocolate chips. That's the mouthwash.
Righted the word out of his right sense. So forcible is his chocolate chips, apparently. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. I pray thee now, tell me for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil, that they will not admit any good part to immingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. Oh, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession. There's not one wise man among 20 that will praise himself.
How doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God. Love me. And mend. And there will I leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Enter Burgess.
Madam, ye must come to your uncle. Yonder's old coil at home. It is proved Lady Hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of it all. Who is fed and gone? Will you come presently?
I literally said that from the beginning. Will you go hear this news, senor?
I will live in thy heart and die in thy lap and be buried in thine eyes, and moreover I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Scene 3, another room in Leonardo's house. Enter Leonardo, Benedict, Beatrice, and Hero.
Well, I am glad that all things sort so well. We did.
And so am I, being else by faith and force to call young Claudio to a reckoning. For
Daughter, and you gentlewomen all withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hither masked.
Exit ladies.
Finally.
The prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me.
Signor Leonardo, truth it is, good signor, your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I, my daughter, lent her. 'Tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love. Requite her.
The sight whereof I think you had from me, from Claudio and the prince. But what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your goodwill may stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, in which I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
Enter Dom Pedro and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my mind. Here comes other reckonings.
Re-enter the ladies masked. Nice.
Which is the lady I must seize upon? Sweet, let me see your face.
Nope, that you shall not till you take her hand and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife.
Oh,
Yes!
another hero. There's two of them, guys.
Nothing certain, or one hero died defiled, but I do live, and surely as I live, I am a maid. Not that it should matter to you, asshole.
The former hero. Hero that is dead.
She died, my lord, but whilst her slander lived.
One more time for the groundlings.
Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
Why no? No more than reason.
Oh, shit.
Why then? Your uncle and the prince and Claudio have been deceived, for they swore that you did.
I know, it's because we read it in the script.
It's a
You,
It's a whole thing.
Do not you love me?
Truth? No. No more than reason.
Why then my cousin and uncle are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin. I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For
We've
here's
just forgiven you already?
here's a paper written in his hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain. He wrote a love poem for her, guys.
That.
Aww.
Fashion to Beatrice.
How embarrassing.
There's another
Terrible, guys. It's terrible.
cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing affection unto Benedict.
You little
That's it.
klepto.
I want to read that.
A miracle. Here is our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light I take thee for pity.
Oh.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion. Apparently everyone ships this. And partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Geese, I will stop your mouth.
And change.
Peace.
Nice.
I will stop your mouth.
And they make out.
I've always been team beat dick. Be a dick.
How
Be a dick. To
how
merge the
dost
names.
thou, Benedict, the married man?
For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee. But in that thou art like to be my kinsman, leave unbruised and love my cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, and that I might have cudgeled thee out of thy single life, and to make thee a double dealer, which out of the question thou wilt be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly to thee.
Come, come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
But we'll have dancing afterwards.
No, first of my word. Therefore play, music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife, get thee a wife. There's no staff more reverend than one tipped with horn. Hey.
Next joke.
Strike out
There it was.
pipers.
Dance, 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 dance.
Shots,
End of
shots,
play.
shots,
You
shots.
did it.
We
Woo!
did it.
Woo!
Woo!
Guys, you were so good.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Katelyn.
Good
I
job,
just want to say
guys.
again, there was no rehearsal, and they didn't know their challenges or their
Unbelievable.
characters, and that was
No.
delightful.
I
I don't
don't
even know
think
what
you
the
guys.
play is.
I just really want some ice cream now.
Yeah, I'm
It's
so
up to
hungry.
them for commitment to
Megan,
the
you
ice cream
sold that.
I think we need also to write in there like Don John exit pursued by bees.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Amazing.
Yes.
That's why he fled Messina.
That's right. That's
Exactly.
What
Those
Because of
bees.
these.
Too many
Holy
bees.
shit. Bees are no joke.
No.
That's for sure.
Not.
Also, a quick shout out to Dogberry as an old sea captain. That's
Sure.
Amazing.
Italian.
And a werewolf.
Yeah, no, he
The
definitely.
werewolf.
Hero.
Yeah.
That was Hero.
Hero
Hero
was the
became a
werewolf.
werewolf, obviously.
Of
right.
course,
Completely
of course.
different.
Yeah.
This was also called Kate Ruins All the Important Scenes and What to Do About Nothing.
Yes.
Ideal.
Excellently designed.
Don John covered in bees was just incredible.
Delightful.
Thank you.
Everyone,
Not covered in
Good
bees.
stuff.
Band name. I called it.
Don
I
John
love
covered in
that.
bees. I like it.
Get right on it.
Also, Elizabeth, great shout out to the 90s rock with the two princes line. It was very good.
A great cut of the script, and the challenges were so much fun.
Oh, the challenges were a
Better
delight.
than we could have dreamed.
And thanks for anybody who is still watching to this
Yes.
point.
thank you all
Yes.
for coming.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
out there-
everyone.
Out there,
Yes.
please clap for our actors one more time.
Oh, I've got
Oh, yeah.
Thanks
We'll clap for
We can
ourselves.
clap for the other people. That's right. The other
Oh.
actors.
Yeah, you guys did great.